Hi everyone, this is Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop, and I've recently done a video about difficult clients, when you have difficult clients as a fortune teller, as a tarot reader. And that video got a lot of requests for me to do more. So this is my second Crazy Karen client video. Okay, so a few have come to mind. I've been thinking about all the clients that I've had over the years, and a few standout ones I'll put on video. Okay, so this one is the mother of the dragon, she called herself. So what happened was, like a normal day at my shop. Now this is in Sydney, and this is going back a few years, and I had my shop in Erskineville at that point, and so it was my very first, my own very first fortune teller shop. And one day I get a phone call from a client, a potential client, and she says, hello, and I'm like, hello, this is the fortune teller. And I said, would you like to make an appointment? And she said, yes. She said she's heard a lot about me. So I'm like, oh, that's good. That's good for business, you know. She said that she's heard that I'm very good. A lot of people have been, telling her that I was great. I was a good reader and all that type of thing. I was like, oh, thank you. That's nice to hear. Thank you very much. She said that she's been to all the other readers, all of them, and they're all bad. They're all not good. They're all not good at reading her. So that was the first red flag I got. I'm thinking to myself, so this woman's gone to several readers. She's saying all, but she's been going to several readers and she thinks they're all not good. So that was my very first sort of like, something's not right here with this client. Okay. So I said, okay. I said, all right. So, and then she said she knows that I can help her. Like I'm Mr. Fix-It. I said, look, I don't help people. I said, I can guide people. I can advise you. I can show you what the future's going to bring and what the cards are saying, but I can't help you to change it. The only way I can help you is to inform you of what's going to happen. She said that she's having problems finding the right man or a partner because they're all bad. All the men are bad. So far all the fortune tellers are bad, except me, of course, because I can't highly recommend it to her. And all the men are bad. So I'm getting red flags by this point. And she kept repeating that she knows that I can help her. And I kept saying to her, I'm not here to fix people. I can't fix people. That's not what I do. And then she kept talking a little bit more, and I could tell that this woman was going to be a problem. So I said to her, look, I'm not the reader for you. I'm really sorry. I said, I'm not going to take your booking. I said, I think you need someone to help you. I said, I don't help people. I just give them, give them information, but they have to help themselves. I can guide people, but I can't do it for them. Yeah. So she was kind of like, she was kind of requesting that I do a reading, and I was more adamant that I'm not going to do it for her. I'm not going to do a reading for her. I'm not going to take a booking. I said, I'm not the reader for you. Good luck. Hopefully you'll find someone who can help you, but it's not me. So I hung up the phone, carried on with my day. The next day, I remember it was a busy day. It must have been a Saturday, and I had like 5 or 6 people, browsing in the shop, and I was sitting at my desk just sort of watching and, if anyone needed any assistance. And I see this woman kind of like snake her way through the people towards me in my shop. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to say is this woman had a very distinctive accent, right? So when I was speaking with her, she had a very distinctive accent. So the next morning, the next day, when this woman turned up, I recognized it was her. And I said to her, because she came up to me and she said, "Can I have a reading?" And I said, "Did you call yesterday?" And she said, "Yes." And I said to her, "I told you yesterday that I'm not going to read for you." And she said that she drove like an hour away to come and see me. And I thought, I was thinking, my higher self was saying, "Don't read for her." But I kind of felt bad because she said she'd driven an hour to come see me, right? So, the people in the shop, eventually bought their stuff and they went on, and it was just me and her. Because I told her to just wait until people, had left. So I was doing the reading, and I remember it was an hour reading, which is quite a solid reading. And, we talked about her love life. We talked about why she wasn't attracting the right partner. Perhaps it was her attitude. Perhaps she was putting men off. We talked about, what the cards were saying, and I was coaching her and giving her points, giving her tips. Anyway, so the hour went by and time was up, and, she paid. I remember we walked over to the, the FPOS machine, the bank machine, and she paid. And then she turned to me and said that she got nothing out of my reading and that I didn't tell her anything. And I said to her, "Well, we were talking for an hour, and now after the hour you're saying that you got nothing out of it." I said, "Why didn't you say that before? Like, why didn't you say that half an hour into the reading, or 20 minutes into the reading, or even 40 minutes? Why wait till it finished and then say, I didn't get anything out of your reading?" So I talked to her about why she's not attracting the right partner, right? And we used the cards, we did astrology, I did palm, I did the whole works for her, right? But she was coming back at me saying that I didn't tell her anything. Now, when I do a reading, I usually write everything down. So I already had 2 foolscap pages of like texts for her, right? And she may have even been recording it, I don't remember. But I said to her, "Look, I did my job. I was with you for an hour. I told you not to come. I told you that I'm not the reader for you, and you insisted. Now we've done a reading, and now you're turning around and saying you got nothing out of it." I said, you got what you paid for, basically. I said, "I'm not going to give you a refund." Now, if I felt like I didn't connect with her, or I didn't pick up on her, or I didn't do the reading well, I wouldn't have charged. I don't charge people. But if I feel like I did my job, then sorry, she's paying. So she paid already. So she started getting irate and started getting angry with me. And she started yelling as well. And I said, "Look, you need to leave my shop." I said, "The reading's over. I don't want to talk to you." But she wouldn't. She just kept arguing with me. I said to her, "This is the reason why men don't connect with you. Look at how you're acting." I said, "I'm a man. Look at the way you're reacting to me." I said, "This is exactly why you are not in a relationship. It's like you're not acknowledging the other person, right?" So we went back and forward. And then she stormed out of the shop. And I was like, oh my God, that woman, she's, a headache, right? So anyway, then she calls me on the phone and she's abusing me on the phone. So I think that's okay. I said, "Yeah, okay, please don't call me anymore. Please don't call me again. I don't want to see you anymore," right? Then she returns back to the shop about a few minutes later, and she starts saying that she's going to report me to the tax department. And, she paid through the bank, so through my FPOS machine, right, which is like the credit card machine, if you're not Australian. So that goes through the taxes anyway. So in Australia, you pay taxes after, not before. And then she started threatening that she's going to report me to the what was it, the unemployment benefit office or something, because she thought I was working in my shop but also getting unemployment benefit, which was, I don't know where she got that idea from. But anyway, I said to her, go ahead, you can report me all you like. I mean, whatever, you know, just leave. I just said, just leave. And then, now I was pretty shaken by this point because she was really like determined, right? And then what happened was she left and she called me again and she said that she's the mother of the dragon. These are her words. She's the mother of the dragon and she's going to get revenge on me. Anyway, and I think I just blocked her number. I did call the police as well, and I reported it to the police, but they said that they can't do anything because she didn't, she didn't physically damage anything, you know, she just verbally threatened me and, yelled and stuff like that. And they just said, because I asked the police, is there anything you can do? And they said, well, there's nothing we can do unless she actually damaged your property or did something, right? And I said, no, she didn't do any of that. But, yeah, so that was, that was the mother of the dragon. So this is part of my Crazy Karen series, and I will be sharing some more series in the future, okay? So, I'm making these videos basically to show what it's like to be a fortune teller in a professional way. Because I think some people, I think some people that are learning tarot, right, or perhaps maybe dream of doing tarot as a job or a part-time job, I think sometimes there's a belief somehow that you shuffle your cards and you get a client, or everything you say they listen to, and it's wonderful, and you get in tune, and a lot of the times it is that way. A lot of the times people are great, and you connect with them and you give them lots of information, but every now and then you do get the ones that are just so stuck in their own stuff. There's nothing you can do for them. And like I said with this example, I could tell over the phone, just speaking with her, I could tell that she was a problem. And when she turned up at my shop, I think even if I stuck to my guns and said, I'm not doing you a reading, I think she would have caused a scene anyway. She would have said I was discriminating against her or something. I think she was just a very sort of like troubled woman, yeah? So I think there was nothing, I wasn't going to escape easy either way, because after the fact, after she left and after I finally got rid of her and, a few weeks went by. Actually, I remember about 2 weeks went by and she did call me back and threaten me again. And she was using someone else's phone because I had blocked her number. And I remember I got another call and it was her from someone else's phone. But I think, at the time I kind of felt bad because I thought to myself, if you only listened to your initial thought, this wouldn't have happened. And, but looking back, I think it would have went volatile either way, I think if I insisted that I did not want to read for her, I think she would have just blown up anyway. So, but, and the other thing was, when I was doing the reading for her, the hour reading, I thought we were really connecting. I really thought I was getting through. That's why I continued with the reading, because if I felt like I wasn't connecting, I would have stopped it myself. I would have just said, look, I'm not really connecting with you. We don't seem to be understanding each other. Let's just, cancel it and just have a chat. But, I felt like I was actually getting through to her. But at the end, because she wanted someone to fix her problems by magic, I don't know how, I think that was the only thing that she was willing to accept, So, so it was a lesson learned, and it was an interesting situation, But yeah, it did. I was kind of worried that she was going to do something to my shop, like she was going to vandalize my shop, you know. So for a few weeks, I was always, you know, like, careful and, you know, looking around to see who's parking and who's out at night time and stuff like that. Because I was just imagining her, throwing bricks at my shop or something like that, you know. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you all. This is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop, and I will be sharing other stories coming soon. Bye.